Poachers, climate change, habitat destruction. Those are the challenges facing the snow leopard as it struggles to avoid extinction amid the mountains of Central and East Asia. There now remains less than 7,000 of these big cats, and that's almost the point at which a sustainable breeding population is no longer viable in the wild. I'm Fauzia Ibrahim. In this edition of 101 East, we look at one attempt to bring these spectacular animals back from the brink. Hemis National Park is known as snow leopard heaven. Situated among India's Himalayan peaks, it's a harsh landscape where both people and animals struggle to survive. It's also the site of a pioneering project to get farmers to peacefully coexist with snow leopards. With the UN warning that 20% of the world's species will disappear by 2050, it's a brave attempt to fight against extinction. Eric Campbell reports on the last-ditch battle to save the snow leopard.
It is the harvest season in Ladakh, high up in the Trans-Himalaya. Villagers have spent the short summer growing just enough to survive winter. Life is once more guaranteed in a beautiful but harsh land. But one inhabitant has been losing the battle for survival. Not a person, but an animal, known as the Queen of the Mountains. Long before people came, the Himalaya was the domain of the snow leopard. It's a shy creature that fears people, but it's the ruler of the natural world. As the highest predator on the mountain food chain, it's overseen a delicate balance of nature in which people have coexisted for centuries. But thanks to the actions of man, it's dying out. Snow leopards roam across the mountains of 12 countries, from Afghanistan to Mongolia. But these days, the only place you can be sure to see them is in a zoo. Life for their cousins in the wild has become precarious. Poachers hunt them for their pelts and for their body parts to use in Chinese medicine. Climate change is destroying their habitat. The number of wild leopards is believed to have dropped to less than 7,000 and may even be as low as 4,000, too few to sustain the species across its vast domain. And those living among the leopards often see them as dangerous pests. Lobsang Chuskit has lived in the Ladakhi village of Ang for all of her 67 years. So, this is where it happened, huh? One morning last year, she came to tend her animals and found a snow leopard instead.
Come, come, come. I closed it like this. The snow leopard was just next to the door. I was just shouting and walking around here calling for help.
A cub had jumped through an air hole into the livestock pen and killed all her animals.
There's a belief here that a snow leopard might attack a person after there's been a kill. But this leopard didn't do anything like that. It just looked at me like this, and I just shut the door. It was a big loss, of course, but I can't do anything about it. This is karma.
Her husband, Sonam Nagal, was less forgiving.
I got really angry as it killed every animal in one go, and I really wanted to kill the leopard. A lot of people came and people had different views. Some said to kill it and others said we'll get punished.
In the end, they decided to spare the cub because it was the start of a Buddhist festival. So they called the Department of Wildlife Protection, which videoed the rescue. Snow leopards have never been known to attack people. The cub was caught with surprising ease. The villagers asked it be released as far away as possible.
Everyone was saying it's better to take it away, because if it's released here in the coming summer, it will kill again.
Their fear is understandable. 8 members of their extended family rely on the animals for food and for dung to heat their house. They're all they have.
I love my animals, but when I have all these problems rearing them, it's hard. Sometimes I spin thread out of their wool and collect pashmina wool from the goats. And we get a small amount of money from these things. It's very precious to me and I don't have any other income.
Such conflicts are only increasing as hungry leopards compete for scarce food. But here in Ladakh, there's now hope that the balance can be restored. Not only that the snow leopard can be saved, but the people can begin to benefit from it. It's a template that could be used to save big cats around the world. And to see how it's working, we're about to take a journey deep into the realm of the snow leopard.
After the break, we show how villagers are learning to value rather than fear snow leopards in northern India. Stay with 101 East.